Fallout fanatics, and welcome to the Spoonerdee Holiday Special. Now, for those of you who have been with my channel for a while, you are probably saying, "You crazy old coot, you did the Red Rocket truck stop last year." And you are correct, I am a crazy old coot. And yes, I did do this last year, but we are back for a very good reason. I recently came across this awesome channel here on YouTube by a user of the name Shazo. And they did this really awesome, cool thing with the Red Rocket truck stop here that I have never even considered doing. This is a location that I both love and hate because it's such a cool, iconic location, but I never ever know what in the world to do with this place until now. Like I said, I saw this video by Shazo and it was really cool what they did, so I am going to steal their idea. But I'm also going to do it in my own unique, crazy, wild way. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. We are going to be using some walls. So the basic design is we're going to build a wall that matches up along the sides here. It comes over this way. And we're going to build an entryway in here. And that's kind of what they did. And I'm going to take it a step further, as we will see as time goes on, as I start to build. As you can see, all the garbage is still here too. That is more or less going to remain because I want this place to look as scrappy and as crappy as I possibly can get it. So we're actually going to turn off a lot of our snapping so that I can do this the proper way. So actually maybe we'll probably be better off starting up here around the top. But essentially this is what they did, is they just kind of created this wall that went all along this here, and it was just so unbelievably cool. And like I said, I have to steal the idea because it's something I never ever would have thought to do. So here we are. Merry Christmas to those of you who celebrate it. Happy Hanukkah and Kwanzaa to those who celebrate that as well. You do your thing, I do my thing, and there we go. So yeah, we're just going to kind of keep on doing this. And like I said, this was such a cool idea, and I am so grateful that I found that channel, because something I never ever considered doing was kind of building and making this its own little, or big thing, whatever the heck you want to call it. But for now, we're just going to keep throwing like some random walls and whatnot in here, and at some point I'll be using like some scrap pieces of this and that to kind of tie it together. Maybe like, yeah, maybe we'll use this guy here. So on their channel, they did this all without mods, and obviously I use mods, so, but I'm going to try to build it as best I can to make it seem like I didn't really use too much in the way of mods, so, other than the fact that I can do stuff like this and get in there as deep as I possibly want, and already we're looking really, really cool. I am going to be leaving a lot of this kind of stuff, just because, like I said, I want this to look as scrappy as I possibly can get it. Let's see, what do we got? Rust. Yeah, let's throw some of these bad boys in there. We can find some nice flat panels. So we're going to do this as best we can in 2 whole videos. So I'm just going to be zipping along, just trying my best to make this one really cool thing. Already we're looking pretty darn gnarly, and I love it. Stick this guy up here. Why not? Perfect. Okay. Now we got that whole section lined up. Now we can go ahead and continue on downward. I'm gonna start throwing these in wherever. Doesn't really matter. There's no real rhyme or reason to this. You just kind of throw anything in wherever you possibly can. We'll just fill in that little gap right there. And like I said, I'm also gonna be throwing like some other just random scrap metal parts, like from the Kuru tab, etc. Little holes like that, not at all concerned about. Maybe we'll do something about sticking some sort of gun out that or something. We'll see as we go along. Okay, what else can we use? Actually, you know what? Let's go into some standard metal. I want to use as much metal as possible because I want this to be like super protective. Of course, we also have wood, as we can see down that way, but that's okay. It is fine. Okay. This guy up here. Overlap that a little bit like that. already this is starting to look really, really cool. And I don't know how I never ever thought to do this on my own. But I'm super glad that I found that to make that work. So I can actually build something here. And maybe we'll fill that in with some panel work or something. I'm trying to get around that little guy there on the ground. There we go. That kind of works. Okay. Now we'll come on over here and we'll do the same on this side. We'll just randomly throw a bunch of stuff in here until we got it just the way we want it. So we'll take this guy. Let's see. Let's get it starting right around here, I suppose. See how that looks. Yeah, that gets in there pretty decently. That is dog meat. I actually just discovered this location. Whatchamacallit? Just prior to making this video, so dog meat is here joining us, watching us build and finagle and have some fun. Throw some blue in here, and then we're gonna go back into the wood because we want to make sure that we bury this up as much as we possibly can. Let's throw a little of this guy in here. I'll probably even throw in some panels from some of the what do they call those things? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Boxcars. I think I have... Yeah, stuff like that. Except that's a door. We don't want to use the door because we're going to have a section for a door, but... nope. Okay. I do have somewhere in here, and some of my mods where I do have actual panels that we can use. No, we don't want that. It's not that. It's going to be in here. Got some panel sections. There we go. Now we're rocking and rolling. You know, let's just go ahead and do the top first. Just like the other side, and then we'll work our way down. So, am I going to build all the way up to the top? Probably. What I mean is, like, actually on top of Red Rocket. In Shazo's video, he put, I think, a stairway or an elevator or something. We're going to do something. We're definitely going to make some fun stuff in here. What else we got? It's a different color. Go ahead and we'll fill in some of this down here. Why not? Nice. Ooh, green. Actually, you know what? We've been using too many of those in one spot. Let's move back into wood. Actually, you know what? Warehouse. Barn. I forgot all about these guys. Go into the walls. Yeah. I'm gonna overlap these like so. So they look like they've been thing. Again, we got holes, but that's okay, especially if we're way the heck up here with our holes. We're gonna overlap those guys like that. That one, yeah, maybe over here a little bit more. And let's see what else we got. It's partial panels, windows. No, I'm not going to be using any of those. What else we got? Yeah, the glass stuff. Okay. So actually, let's move on to some barn walls. Throw this guy in here. I'm going to just overlap as best we can. Yeah, just like that. Maybe actually use something different for the bottom part. So let's go ahead and take that guy out. And we'll put him randomly over here. So, nice. And we'll fill in that bottom with something else. You know what? I have other textures. So let's see, we got white. Let's find some just plain old white panel. There we go. Throw this guy down here. Actually, for now, I will turn my snapping back on. Boom, we can just do that. And that solves many a problem. Okay, where's my, yeah, janky walls here? So that guy could work. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Almost like I knew what I was doing. Alright. Look at this. We got ourselves this nice little safe haven inside here. And at some point I might, I don't know, take out a section or so and do some security stuff. But most importantly, I got the big feature that's going to differentiate mine from theirs. Ooh, I gotta fix that I didn't even realize we're off-kiltered like that. Can't be having holes like that now. Let me turn that snapping off and line that up a little better. Take that. There we go. Cool. Now, what am I talking about? Let's go into wood, and floors or stairs? I never remember. Floors. There we go. Turn our surface snapping back on, and we're gonna line this up as best we can. Perfect. We're gonna have all the room in the world we're gonna need to do what we're gonna do. Just gonna whoops-a-doodle. Line this up as best we can. Oh, roughly like that. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's see. How do I want to make this happen? Okay, I guess for now, we'll just use a couple of... Let's turn that off. Turn that back on. Perfect. Right now, we're just going to build some platforms in here, and we'll worry about placement later. Right now, it's just to get general idea for height for what I'm going to be doing up here. And now we're going to go right back into building our walls. Now we got this curved section here. Maybe we can use some hachi-pachi. And walls on brick bunker. Nope. Concrete warehouse. Oh, warehouse might work. Angled curved. Yeah. We're going to throw in some funky curved walls here. I just need some plain... something without doors or windows. And they're just like a solid piece. I know there's the smaller ones, but I guess there's not really any bigger one. Like, it's too much of a curve, though. I guess we'll have to double up on the others then. Oh wait, right in front of me. What a dummy. That is almost like a perfect match for the curve, too. Oh. Oh, look at that. That's an inside curve. That's why. Oh, wait a minute. That don't look right. Looks pretty cool, though, so I might actually keep that. Ah, there's the other one. So maybe we'll do, like, one of each. I'll snap to your friend there. Do something like that. Alright, cool. Now. Well, this one should snap to there. There we go. That one will snap to there. That one. Oop, as you can see, we're not 100% on, but anyway, this is actually turning out really, really good. Except I'm definitely going to have to take out that. We're going to have to go with a smaller section, because this is going to be our entryway here. So we need the shorter, curved ones. Doop, doop, doop. Yeah, these dudes. Let's stick that one maybe here. Like so. We'll probably do the same for this guy. Aw. I think he's connected to that guy. Aw. Maybe. Okay. I need actually to go back this way because I need that guy. I want to do it in the wood or the metal. Maybe the metal. That might look a little cooler. Okay. So, yeah, we're gonna get rid of that. And get that guy there. I'm gonna take this guy out. Connect that one like that. And we're gonna get rid of these for the moment. Work on this up here. So we're gonna need some floors that match with that. Honestly, I probably didn't even need those, but that's okay. Floors. We want warehouse wood. There we go. We need curved floors that match up to these. To the other thing. There we go. So we don't want that. We want without the base. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Get rid of these. That one. Oh wait, no. I think we have. There we go. So they match. Perfect. You might be able to tell what I'm going for here. If not, why not? Throw them at you. Okay. We're gonna need some stairs. Let's see, do we have room to squeeze around there? Maybe. That might work. Okay. Let's go into USO. And I suppose we can use like some regular metal stairs if they'll fit. Ooh, so close. But we can torque it. We can make it work. Get this guy over as far as we can, like so. Let's try it out. Come right back up. I probably use a different set of stairs. I think I have another set that's kind of narrower. We're definitely going to have to drop down our walls here. You might be able to tell what I'm doing here. I'm going for like a security post. So we're going to boop this bad boy down. We'll see how it looks from below. Right now we've got pretty good vantage point. I'm going to make sure that we can still... Oh yeah, we've got tons of room. I can even dip that down a little further. Let's come on back up here. Let's have a good look. Take out your gun. Go pew, pew. Nice. Oh! Boom! There we go. I like to blow up the cars. That's the best part. Okay. Let's turn our snapping back on. Perfect. Now we have ourselves a nice little security detail right here in the front. So we'll have to actually fix our walls so that these match up a little nicer. Next, we're going to close in some of this gap too. So let's turn off our snapping. And let's see. I'm trying to think of where I get the more narrow stairs. Maybe, yeah, I think the scaffolding's got the... Yeah, the really narrow one. That's exactly what we need. Whoops, a doodle. We don't want to do that. Get rid of that guy. There we go. Stick this one in here. Perfect. Okay. Make this look a little nicer, though. Love it. And over here... Oh, we don't have the room. But that's okay. We only really need one flight of stairs, I'm guessing. Just kind of... maybe just a smidgen more. Let's make sure we can actually use these. Oh no, we can't! It's been happening to me a lot lately. Get up here. Yeah, okay. I'll have to do something. You know what? I have a better idea. Let's stick that aside. Let's get ourselves a nice little platform here. Actually, let's take that one out. I want, yeah, something rough. The dogs say we sat on sandpaper. Rough. Perfect. Now I guess we'll turn our snapping back on. And see how that looks. Alright, let's see. Come on over here. Come down there. Perfect. We got security up there. Excellent. Okay. Now we've got to fix that mess. Let's go ahead and get back into our workshop. Actually, you know what? Probably a good idea to save. I haven't done a save yet, really. What is that one? Oh, okay, that's when it came out of there. New save. So this doesn't have to be perfect, like, in any kind of way. Oops. Turn our snapping off. But we do want this to match up a little better. We don't really want gaps all up in this. This guy in here. So, oh yeah, that's why I had that like that. Much better. We're getting there. Oops, that guy. Just like that, I think. Yeah, much better. Okay. We'll put some more paneling on this side too. We'll want to close this up just a little more. I know it's beneficial, well, at least on the bottom, I know it's beneficial to have all this protection on the side. So let's... Yeah, why not? No, let's go into here. And let's use just some of this. We are going to put like some sort of main door here as well. So try to even this out though as best we can. Okay. What kind of door? Obviously we probably want like some sort of garage door. Do we have the space for that? I think we do. Let's figure all this out. Gotta get it centered too. Let's see. How big are the barn doors? Ooh, just a smidgen too big. Decided to do something like that where we put one of these on each side. Unless we do it from the inside, have them open inward. We do have the room for that. We have to space this out a little better though. Maybe we'll do that? Let's see, what else do we have? Some doors here from Sabrina's. That's neat. We're not building a castle, of course. Broken doors, no, we don't want that. Ooh, we do have the vault doors and other stuff. Let me turn off my highlighting so we can actually see these bad boys, because we're in a shadow. There we go, we got the sun behind us. Let's see how this guy opens up. I know it's in a concrete frame, but that's okay. Kind of like that. Maybe we'll incorporate some concrete. We do want this to be as protected as possible, so. Okay. So, come with me. Sit you there. Get rid of that. Let's just put that aside. Let's get our door in place first and foremost. And then we'll build up and into it. Maybe roughly about there. Yeah, I think that kind of works. We'll scooch it over just a little more. Let's see about doing something like that. Yeah, that's a working. We'll get this guy in here. Now that's a fortress. Alright, we gotta get rid of that shrub. And that one. And that one. There we go. Let's get rid of some of this debris. We've got a lot of stuff. I didn't do any cleaning when I came here because, like I said, I wanted to try and keep this as scrappy looking as possible. But we do want to make this so that we can actually get in here and do some business. This piece is still kind of bugging me. I do kind of need something here to help hide that thing. Maybe we'll just lean something. We're gonna get rid of that guy. Just because we got that bleeding through like that. So I don't really want that in our face. Okay, let's see how we do it. Did our door interfere? It did not. Fantastic. Alright. Come on in. There's dog meat just chilling. Come on up here and make sure that it didn't interfere. Nope, we are good. Actually can control it from here. Just saw it. Where'd you go? Oop, wait. Nice. Perfect for security. Okay. Let's do another save. Excellent. Yeah, this is turning out really, really cool. I am so glad that I came across that channel and saw that idea. Got a little gap right there we gotta fix. And of course, we're gonna do something with all of our other doorways as well to try and make this as secure as possible. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that spot just yet. Get rid of that. We do need some scrap, so we're gonna go into the Cool tab, structural, and scrap pieces. I'm just gonna nail these like right to the wall. Can I get rid of that emergency light? I can. Let's just move it. Let's stick it here. It doesn't work, but at least now we can try to close up this gap a little bit. Stick this guy like so, I guess. Then another one. Lose our no smoking sign there. You know what? Maybe instead of that, take that guy. Let's just put him aside. Maybe we try to do a repair here. I don't know. But we're just going to use like a wood something or other. Maybe actually, you know what? Probably have something here in the metal. Maybe go like, yeah, something like that in the corner there. Fill in that gap we got going on. We'll just, whatever, we don't care. I don't care, neither should you. Nice. Alright, let's see how it looks from the inside. Yeah, that works. Makes it harder for anybody to shoot at you. So we do have these holes here. We are going to do... denied. Some patchwork. That's where we're going to go back to the Kuru tab. We're going to cover that kind of stuff up with our scrap pieces. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. We're going to mix and match some blues and some greens. Primary colors here, I think. If I remember my coloring correctly. Realistic. There we go. This guy in here. Sticking out a little bit, but nice. That little hole there. Boy, I like that piece. So we got some more patchwork going on so that this looks a little more realistic. Let's kind of overlap these because that little piece is sticking out. Ugh, there's another one sticking out. Oh, I didn't even realize that's doing that. Ooh! You know what? We're just going to get rid of that. We're just going to do this whole spot here with patch. Patch map. Get that lined up. There we go. Now we'll stick this guy here. Stick a little blue friend right in there. Nice! Love it. Some little holes there. Not too worried about them, but we'll do that just because it looks pretty. Anything with that. Perfect. And that hole's more or less covered. You're looking over here. Oh yeah, we got that big guy right there. We'll do this from the inside, actually. The outside won't really work, so let's just do that. Not too worried about that little doer up there. Just anything that's a little lower and bigger. Now, what if I did something like this? No, these are too big. I don't think I have smaller ones, at least not in here anyway. I think I might have something in CVC. Let's take a quick gander. Grounds, canopies, patchwork, metal. We got, ooh. What about these? Stick that in here. It's because it's the little details like that that make this like all worthwhile. Oh yeah, there we go. Now, or for me. That's the only real downside of these is okay. So let's. Can I? Ooh, can't get to those pieces now. What about the foliage? Let's take out the piece that I want to get rid of. Let me turn on my highlighting before I accidentally delete the building. Yeah, I can't get to the pieces I just put in, nor can I... Ooh, there it is. Let's say maybe we can do something. These guys here. Nah. It's just not worth it. Nice. Oh, sun's starting to set. Set? Did I say that? I don't know. Okay. Oh yeah, we got this guy up here. No, let's do this from the outside where we can actually see this. Not that the space really matters, but you know. That one there. That one there. Something that looks like it doesn't belong. There we go. Put that piece there. This green doer right there. Wait a minute. You're not even touching the wall. Get over there. There we go. That one's already overlapping. You know, we're gonna throw some of these on here just for looks. Totally cover that one. We can do that like right here. Nice. Alright, so we got these two small doors. We got that one there. We got that one there, and then we got the big door that we all have to figure out what we're gonna do with those. Whether I'm gonna board them up or not. That I am unsure of at the moment. But like I said, I also do want to build up on top of the building there. That I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do, so let's see. Let's get some sunshine back in here. World manipulation. Weather, no, not weather. Time. 9 a.m. There we go. Now we got the whole day to build. Perfect. Alright, let's step back and look at our masterpiece here. Very, very cool. So, yeah, like I said, I did get the idea from Shazo. Oh, we're gonna have to fix that. We got a floating piece. But this is my own unique touch to it with putting the security tower up here. We're gonna fortify that a little bit better. And our big badass door, etc., with the platform underneath, or I should say the platform above, so that our guy can stand on it. Just that maybe. Hold on, let's try to turn that around. Oof. Well, you know what? Ditch that piece. Ditch that one too. Just not working because it's not 100% flat up there. We're also going to put some lighting in this place because we need lights. Nice. Alright, so now that we've got that, we actually should probably put some railings up here. Thinking some kind of heavy duty. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to USO wood and railings and work away here. Perfect. These are all sheet metal. So, I mean, once you're in here, you don't really need that much protection, but just in case somebody does get in and then tries to shoot at you from down there, this way you got some metal that'll deflect the bullets and whatnot. Cool. Okay. So, actually, we're probably gonna maybe put some sandbags up here too. I think I have access to just some sandbags. Let's see. We got. Yeah, that's not quite what I had in mind. Oh, there we go. That's a bit overkill. Let's turn that off. Let's see. No, turn snapping off too. We don't want that. I probably should back these off because they're glitched into the thing there. We don't really want that. We want this to look like realistic. And this is some seriously beefy security up here, so protect our keister. Back that guy off a bit. Don't want any sandbags sticking through to make this look ugly. Don't know what that means. Look it up. Yeah, that looks cool. We're gonna need some spotlights up here too. And some turrets. Maybe some turrets with some spotlights as well. We want like massive amounts of security on this thing. This is one of the best ones I've ever built. So I want to protect it from the raiders. You're gonna have a heck of a time trying to get in here since everything's blocked and whatnot. Okay, so BBC I think has the spotlights. I'm thinking of where am I going? Resources and to lights, yeah. Look at that. A bunch of these on here. Cool. Let's see how that looks at night. You know, already that looks really, really cool. Alright, let's change the time of day. I'm gonna go for 3 a.m. Date time, 3 a.m. Nice! Of course, unfortunately, the light doesn't reach all the way down here, so actually maybe we'll take those and... Oh yeah, that's another mod I put in there that gives you the Milky Way galaxy, but it's very glitchy. When you try to look at it directly, it like, wants to disappear. So you can only kind of catch it out of like the corner of your eye. That's not always the case. We also have all these extra stars, too. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we'll lower the spotlights. I mean, that does look cool, but it's not really putting any light down below. Nor does that. So, it's the CVC one, I think. I don't know if G2M... No, G2M only has the ghoul lights. Those are pretty neat. If you've never seen these before, you make them. And, yeah, unfortunately, that happens. But these guys are supposed to stay in there, and they act as lights for your lamps. But the ghouls never stay in there, so... Yeah. Do with that what you will. Alright, wall lights. Let's see. No. Alright, we'll try... Nope, wrong button. Try s'more? No, s'more I don't think has what I'm looking for either. Track lighting, yeah, not really. SOE. Lights. Wall lights, there we go. I think the ones in this are a little better, like... I do really like that that has that, oh, I don't have any power. Has that really nice looking beam, but unfortunately it doesn't really cast any light except for like directly around where we are. Oh no, I can't get to that. I might have to leave that one. Can you get to this one? Okay. Take that one. Yeah, the foliage unfortunately is blocking it. So we're gonna have to try and see if we can delete this. So let's try that. There we go. That worked. Hopefully I didn't delete anything else. Nope, we're good. Cool, and I am going to be putting in a power source, so for now, let's put in our other lights. This one. No. That looks okay. Put this one in. Oh. Cool. Alright, so I suppose we should probably build a generator then in here somewhere. So, let's see. Power. Generators. Mini fusion reactor. That sounds good to me. Or, maybe I'll just go to my good old wireless fuse box. Let's do that. Just save ourselves trouble, because then we don't have to run any wires or anything. Where are we going to put our fuse box? I guess here in the garage section. That's where it would look most at home. There we go. Boom. That gives us instant, it's like 1,000 power. Oh yeah, look at that. Now we're talking. Cool. Got security light. Unfortunately, they don't move. And I don't think I have regular turret ones, or do I? No, I should. I think they got moved into here. The spotlight ones. Yeah, we want some of these. Stick that guy here. Perfect. Put that guy here. That way we can get some sweeping lights, get a little more extra protection. I think maybe I might back that wall off. I'm thinking maybe I will just keep this as open as it is. I'll have to think about that one. Okay. So, if I use those lights, I wonder how the other SOEs, if I did it up here. Let's put one of these up here and see how they look. That. Oh, doesn't like that spot at all. Eesh. Okay. That's sad. Well, let's just put it here. Yeah, it'll cast the light out there. but unfortunately it doesn't really want to get where I want it to go. Try grabbing the side again. Let me try taking this guy away for a second. How's that look? I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave the lower ones. Get rid of that guy. This one is actually working. I was thinking that we could replace those lights, but we don't need to. They're good. Cool. We're off to a very, very good, strong, powerful start here. This is, like I said, a two-parter. So, the second part will be tackling the other doors and building something on up here. And trying to figure out exactly how we're going to do that. And what I'm going to do with this door. Because I do want to make this like a full-on, like, functional settlement. So, maybe I'll build like a little miniature wall section that comes out this way. Get rid of some of this stuff here so we can utilize some of the space back here. And, that sounds like a pretty decent idea. Maybe we'll connect... just block that door altogether. Oh, do I even have any nuka? Hey, look at that! I got a nuka coal. Like I said, I just quote-unquote discovered this location before coming here to build. So, yeah, we got some plans. Like I said, maybe we'll take a little miniature thing coming out off of here and then build like a nice little thin wall that comes out this way, wraps around this way, and comes off this way and stops in there. And then that gives us some outdoor space where we can plant a nice garden and get some water flowing. Yeah. And on the inside... obviously, we'll make some sort of business. This will be our little... this will be our bedroom where we sleep. We'll have some sort of business up in here, some sort of something going on out there as well. And we will eventually as well get some settlers, a couple in here to help us run things as well as do security. Okie dokie, that is going to do it. I thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon for the New Year's special, where we wrap this bad boy up. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all next time. Until then, don't get irradiated.